Okay, we are live. Welcome to AI Talk episode 2. And this is a very special episode because we are meeting the CEO of Gen-AI Consulting. Everyone say hi to Noah. Here's Noah. How are you?
Hey, hi, yourself.
Super good, super good. Awesome. I'm really happy that we could get you on today and kind of
Same
pick your
thing.
brain and kind of, ask, the upbringings and, your mindset and get into how you came here and how you became the person you are today. So I'm very excited to get into that.
Definitely. This was an unexpected podcast, just the listener. So we literally found this a few hours ago. I was not literally expecting to do a podcast
Mm,
for the whole week. But we
mm.
just go with the flow, right? So,
Yeah. No, no, I think I wanted to talk more about mindset and everything, but this was a very spontaneous episode. I'll say that. And I think because of that, it's gonna go pretty well as well. So I think
Lord, honestly, we did not prep up on anything. So we'll just see I'm also excited. I've never filled the questions yet. So I'll be listening at live, everyone.
right from the dome. That's right, right from the beginning. So basically, you're 24 years old, right?
Yes.
Um, and you're still doing your master's as well. So you're doing your master's and you're doing this company as well.
Yes, I know.
I want to first just talk exactly. Oh, and your master's is on what was that? What was
It's in finance. It's an MS in finance.
finance? Perfect. So the first question that I wanted to ask you is because I'm also a college student, so I know that time management is probably the key to all success in that matter. And I know a lot of people watching this are probably thinking about like how is Noah doing this? How is Noah building and starting a company and he's doing his master's at the same time? So I want you to kind of give to like some kind of like some time management skills and advice that you have to
For me, I would agree. So,
yeah.
I would say time-wise, like undergrad was way more time-consuming. Like, it was most of the classes were like in the morning or in the afternoon. So back then, like starting a company would be impossible. Like I would never have time. If I tried it, I wouldn't have the time for it. Then the good thing about our master's program here was they're all evening classes and they're kind of tailored for people who already work full time. Like most of the people in my school, they already work full time. They have jobs, like they have 9 to 5s, and like the classes start like after 6. And I mean, starting this would have been harder for me, like first year of master's to like even last year if I tried it, maybe because it's the first year doing homeworks, assignments, and all. Like being a full time student might still take up that time, but then the second year, once you get like the gist of it, uh, this year it became kind of like the routine, sort of like just knowing the assignments, kind of like putting it in a calendar. Like I always yesterday I was actually going through this last night. What I did is like this last week was when we started the semester, right? So I already went in and I already saw the deadlines and the syllabus like for each assignments, and I just put it in like my Outlook calendar and then all like the exam dates. That way, I wouldn't have like this constant stress of this is when there's an assignment for this class or there's a quiz for this class. I would like put everything in so I could literally know. I would like get rid of this like weird stressful feeling of we have an assignment type of thing, and you're not sure when it is. So that always just makes it more clear. And
Right.
it's like the masters being like evening classes and this being like the last year or last semester makes it more easier.
Right. Right. So yeah, I think definitely. Look, the calendar. I know I started using my calendar and putting my assignments on the calendar like super late. I think I was a junior when I started doing that because I saw my other friends doing that, and I was like, I got to get on this. And that really does change everything. Just having everything, being able to view all your assignments, all the things you got to do in like a one calendar definitely helps. Yeah. No, yeah, no, I agree. So you do the business morning and afternoon, and then you got school at like 6 p.m., right? All the way till I'm guessing probably like a class or two.
Yeah, I
9. Gotcha. Okay, cool. So busy days, busy week.
busy week. But they're also fun. I mean, work at Gen-AI with you guys, it's like with people, it just makes it way better. But if you're just working on a business alone, if it's just you, then you might get bored of it and you might quit. But then when you have people and you work with people, like people come up with like great ideas, different ideas, and every day becomes different and unpredictable, which makes it exciting for the next day.
Totally agree. So okay, so let's kind of go back in time here. So I want to take us back to your childhood. Were you always kind of entrepreneurial? Were you like selling things in high school? Were you like starting a little, buy and sell business when you were younger? Like how did this ambition spark? Is my first.
So yeah, that's a great question. So I got this ambition when I was like 14 or 15. So
Mhm.
what my dad used to work at an airlines back in Ethiopia. That's where I was born. I was born in Ethiopia, right? And my dad, since he worked at the airlines, we got tickets like per year. We got like 2 discounted tickets to travel anywhere in the world. And then
Cool.
every year, like twice we used to travel was was my mom or dad. Then my mom was a bit entrepreneurial, so she would take some stuff from Ethiopia, and then you can set up like double, 3 times the price wherever you go,
Right.
like where there are Ethiopians. And we did that. Like the first time I did that with my mom, and I saw that you can literally like the price of this thing is 3 times in a different country, and that could be like a small thing literally, and then you
Yep.
travel for fun, like you're literally traveling and then you're making profit while traveling. I was like, damn, this is such a cool thing. This is what I want to do when I grow up. Like before that, I always wanted
Yeah.
to be like a pilot. I just wanted to be like, I just wanted to travel. That was like my favorite thing. Still is my favorite thing in the world. Then seeing that you can travel and make money, I was like, there must be a way to actually, work on international businesses. And that's when it all started. And then 16, I was like, okay, let me research ways to actually, make this not just like an import export type of business, but more like bigger and everything. And then I was like researching about like businesses, like bigger ones, how they work internationally, around how like the founders started the companies. And I decided to apply for colleges in the US or in Germany because, they feel okay, you can't have like an international business. It's first of all, it's like East Africa. So I was like, you need to be in a bigger country and then you can start a business there. So I was literally senior year of college. I applied to more than like 30 universities. I also made a YouTube video about this. So my comment up, I use like 20 just on the comment,
Mhm.
but then extra wise, I used up like extra 10. And then I was applying to a lot of universities. And my comment up essay was literally all about building international businesses and then, trying to build businesses that actually have an impact on the world. And I was rejected to a lot of universities, really the Ivy Leagues. My issue is I applied to Ivy Leagues too. But then I got to school in Germany after that. And then,
Oh wow.
uh, so I did my undergrad in Germany. It was one, you can travel. It was cheaper. But yeah, that's what it all started.
Gotcha. So do you know those German by any chance?
That's
Speak a little bit.
German.
Can you speak a little?
I get I just kind of well, but that's
Okay.
yeah, a bit because we had like mandatory classes every week. So every like Wednesday you have German classes, and it was like graded. So we learned a bit, like speaking, just conversational wise, and not like deeper conversations.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Wow. Okay. So were you born and raised in Ethiopia?
Yes, I was born and raised in Ethiopia until I was 16, 17. And then
Okay. Okay.
that's when I got this like, vision of why not travel, try to make
Right.
business in the world. Like it
Right.
all started was like college application. The thing was, the crazy part was like, my parents were not rich at all, literally, but and colleges are expensive. I was just crazy. That was like the first crazy step I took. It was like, okay, they're literally, or like, 10K, 40K per year colleges. But I'm like, okay, I'm going to find a way like to find a scholarship. The good thing was like, so my grades were good in high school. And in junior year, I kind of built this up. Uh, it was like a learn app. We had to carry books every day to school, like at least 3 books, and I hated carrying books. Almost my friends hated carrying books. So I found this app maker. It was like online. It's similar to an AI app maker, but back then they just called it an app maker. So you could upload PDFs, and then it will turn that all those PDFs into one book, and you can rename the app and decide on the color of it, and you can just literally
Oh,
download it. So you can literally make an app in like 5 minutes. I was like, I did that in junior year, and I saw, damn, like this is amazing, and you don't need coding for it. So maybe in the future, I can work on like businesses, like when it's international.
right.
And then
Right.
it's applied different schools. It was like because they apply. did a lot of Tony Robbins, I would say. That really helped
Oh,
me with
okay.
those college applications. That's when I started like doing, motivational speakers like Tony. That really helped mindset wise. That's
Mhm.
where I learned like being consistent, whatever you get, like rejections, you just don't stop, you just try. That really helps with, going to a good college, getting like a scholarship there.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So you would watch a lot of YouTube videos of Tony Robbins. Were there any other kind of voices that you gained that motivation from?
Uh, through time, yes. I think YouTube helped a lot. Like during the start when I was 18 or 19, it was just Tony Robbins, or anyone on YouTube who had like motivation. But then through time,
Mhm.
like even during college, people there's Iman Gatsi, super inspiring person. I don't know if you know Iman.
Heard of him? Yes, yes, definitely heard of him. Yeah.
Yes, like he's still 24 and you're on like multiple businesses, makes multi-millions per year. That was like an inspiring journey to see, and it's like motivating. Other than that, there's the Hormozis. They're more like business content. Yeah, I like the Layla Hormozi. She talks about how she scaled her businesses. She was yeah, like 24, she was already running a 120-person company. It's like super impressive. And I
Mhm.
feel like me saying that right now, I'm still like, oh, I'm still behind. Like, you're like seeing people like Iman and Layla or Rosie are like, I still feel like I'm way behind because they've been like running more than 100 people companies at like 24. So that has been like way inspiring.
You're all basically there almost. Like you're basically like there. It
I
may not
think
be a
they
hundred,
like,
but in
like millions of
in the
profits.
same
So,
space.
I mean, it's
With
but they're
with time, right?
true. I would agree. You do be patient with it.
Right, right. I actually did want to ask you about your patience, because well, I guess we'll start off here with the with I just want to get into AI with this next. I want to say what. So I know you talk about like the books and the PDF app in high school. Were there any other like were there any other like kind of moments where you're like when you realized that AI was the next kind of big thing, and then that's why you wanted to kind of like go into that space?
Oh yeah. So what happened with college was my major. So I was deciding between like business and computer science. So when I started out like
Yeah.
business, it was mostly just reading books. It was just, like finance. It was like accounting, and just reading books. Then I didn't see like the application side of things. And the thing about computer science was there was a lot of coding behind it. Like first we go
Yeah.
like computer science courses. We go in and then you write like 4 lines of code just to print hello world. And I was like, damn, this is like a waste of time. You could literally create an app
Mhm.
in like 5 minutes using an app maker. And I'm like, okay, there's no point like learning
Mhm.
coding like that detailed. So I found this major
Yeah.
called industrial engineering, which is a common major in Germany. Like Germany's very known
Okay.
all about like processes, like more about like making things better. But they see it from a process perspective. So the way they see it is they do simulations, you build processes, you try to make it more efficient, and you it's basically automating. You learn how to automate things, and then how you can make
Okay.
how you can automate it on a smaller scale, but also on a bigger scale. You learn about like supply chain automations, or a company wanted
Okay.
to open up, manufacturing plants, and they had to choose like locations. You would like basically throw it in a map, find like the costs in different countries or different like places they want to open it, and then you try to optimize it. Like what's like the cheapest way of doing things. Our courses were more focused on automating, doing stuff like that, and that kind of like got me into automation. And then my first internship, so internship wise, what I learned was like you still need consistency on it. So third year of college, we were literally forced to do internships. So in Germany, like every major is 3 years. So even engineering majors,
Okay.
finish everything in literally 3 years, right? So the first 2 years, we literally finished all classes. Like it was so packed, like and then on the third year, you just do a full time internship in a company, and you have to find that.
Wow.
They won't get no, they won't find you the internship, and you have to find like a full
Right.
time internship. It was a must. And then so
Okay.
I basically applied for like 8 months straight. I remember applying for internships. I applied 10 places every day. And the thing about Germany is most people do not speak English. They'll invite you to an interview and they'll start off with German. And you're like, I don't speak German. They're like, most of our people, we don't speak English. So it was like constantly applying to like a lot of internships all the time. But then the internship
Mm.
my first internship was basically automating their data retrievals. Like they used to retrieve like a lot of data from different sources like SAP or their cloud systems, and they wanted to visualize it on Power BI. So that's when I actually
Okay.
learned, like, building up bots and automating stuff.
Okay. Gotcha. That's your first internship. Gotcha. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Wow. So just that's very curious to me because I mean in my experience, my 4 year degree, there's not really I mean they tell you to go, get internships, do this kind of stuff, but I do go to ASU, so I guess it's not a
They're not ASU.
no yeah no yeah it's a great school. I think just there's a lot of students, so I think that personalization is really up to you. But it is very interesting that in German schools, like there's a 3 year degree, and in that third year, your main focus is an internship, which is actually very, very useful. That's very useful. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Perfect. So now okay. So you've done your internship. Now you kind of had this experience with AI with automation
Yeah,
and making that into bots and all that. So starting this AI company, I just want to get into like what because I know a lot of people out there have the idea, they have the intentions behind what they want to do. How did it come from idea to execution? Well, how did that process kind of go for you?
so it was like so Germany, like right. So I worked there, I did the internship, graduated, and then got a full time job offer to be a consultant.
Okay,
And then it was a good gig. It works with like different teams. Yeah, like different like teams within Europe, and then also in India, like a dev team. There was like a lot of people. That kind of already gave me confidence of like really working with larger teams. But then Germany was like the headquarters for like for our team, right? As a consultant. So you were basically managing different teams around the world. And I had like people, for example, in Spain, like their finance department, like people who worked there for like more than 20 years, they'd like contact me and they would ask me, hey, I have this issue. What do I do? And then like as a 22-year-old, you're like, whoa. First you're like, how is this guy who's really working here, like 20 something years, asking me what to do? And then that like, gives you confidence, like, managing people, working with people. And that kind of like really, really helped. But then even doing that, like my whole intention since I was 16 was like, as I told you, was building international businesses, right? So I had to make a decision. I was like, I'm not going to continue this job, even though it's nice. I'll just be stuck. And that's not my dream. So I moved to the US with the intention of starting a business. Like that was like the whole point of me moving to the US. Like that was like the only intention I had. So I applied for grad
right.
school. I got, and I chose New York because if I saw like most unicorn companies are either like in New York or San Francisco. So the decision
Yep.
between San Francisco or New York, and I was like, choose New York because San Francisco is more like tech. You have to be like a New York company, more diverse companies. The whole point of like just moving forward with that intention literally helps like stay focused on, right, just business wise. So I moved here, grad school. I applied um, in New York City. I was actually looking for schools in New York City that were cheaper, but then that were good. So I found like City University of New York, like the public school system, they have full CUNY. So I got into the school, moved here. First year, I was literally just trying to survive because I just quit that job, right? Like I moved to New York City. Like even quitting the job, I was
Yeah.
like, it was not an easy decision because there of income. It was like an 80K drop
Right.
at like
Okay.
I'm moving here and paying tuition. Because most grad
Yeah.
schools, they don't give you scholarships. It's not like undergrad, right? Like, every grad school it has
Mhm.
like a payment.
Mhm.
So on a way to get a loan for that, but then there's
Okay.
rents in New York City, which is like super expensive.
Which is super expensive.
So it was like another crazy move. But then, uh, like I was like, okay, this is a dream. Let's just risk it all. So I moved here. Like actually, when I moved like the first time in August, I didn't quit the job because it was like a remote job
Okay.
for like a week or two. But then once I already came here, I went back and I told them I'm quitting. That way, like I already sold the thing, I already started like the classes. But then I had to find a job somewhere here in New York City to pay rents, and
Yep.
it's so funny. So I was doing this like corporate consulting fancy job there in Germany, right? Then I
Yep.
just came to New York City and I couldn't, jump straight to a corporate job, right? So I was literally looking for just
Yeah.
normal jobs, and I found
Right.
a job on Craigslist. So it was like this mobile repair shop, and so the guy who owns it was moving to Texas. It was in Brooklyn, like the mobile shop. And the owner, he was moving to
Okay.
Brooklyn. He was looking for someone to run the store. And I never had
Okay.
experience like fixing phones. I was like on the way there, like so I found it. I called up the guy. I'm like, hey, I'm interested. And then he's like, oh, come in today, like maybe like in the afternoon. I'm like, okay, sure, I'm coming. On the subway, I literally on a YouTube video showing how to repair screens and change batteries of iPhones. I saw the video. I saw a YouTube video of how to do it on the way there. And the guy, he was rushing to
Wow.
Texas. He was like, okay, here's the keys. You can start working tomorrow. I'm like, damn. So that was like the first
Wow.
job
I said
that, and,
he didn't ask you any questions. He wasn't like, okay, so what's your name? Like, do you have experience? He didn't say anything.
I mean, he asked me, like, are you a student? I told him I'm a student. I am a grad school. I moved here to New York from Germany, stuff. I told him, like, my story and all. He was like, great, impressive. I asked me, like, oh, what degree do you have and everything? He was like, okay, cool, just run it. And he was like, so busy. He just moved. And then I basically run the store for
Okay.
like 4, 5, 6 months until the store closed down. So that was like how I survived, like moving to New York,
Okay.
straight from like Germany. And
Okay.
then basically like that's how I got done. So my first year of like my grad school story. That's how like first year grad school, paid rent, finished school, and then like in the summer I moved to DC. I have an aunt in DC, and this was when like AI was
Okay.
booming a lot, right? So that's when I got this idea, like a random conversation. So I was sitting in this lobby. It's like a random hotel, and this guy came, and then I was waiting on like a family member to come and pick me up, and he was also waiting for his daughter to come pick
Okay.
him up. And the guy, he owned a construction consulting company, and he was telling me like, when he was younger, he wished he had started a business more earlier, but then he had like his family members or someone just gave him the and then he didn't start it, but he started like years later, and he was telling me, he was asking me what I wanted to do, what was my life, and I was telling him, hey, I just want to help like companies improve. I told him like I'm an industrial engineer, and I just want to help them make things efficient. And then he was like, try to make it more specific. How do you want to make it like more efficient? And we were talking about AI and the stock market because he was like more into the stock market and AI. He was telling me AI is actually like, booming a lot. And then like the idea came right there in that conversation. We were like, how about AI consulting? Like AI consulting is not out there. I mean, there's like construction consulting. There's all types of consulting, but then there's like AI consulting. I was like, why don't we just do it? And then, like same night, I go home and I just came up with the name Gen-AI Consulting. Because we talk about the Gen-AI during conversation, just like took the domain, and the next day, and also LinkedIn that I'm starting a startup called Gen-AI Consulting.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
already took the LinkedIn page, and then I thought, I'm like, during all these years, I was trying to read to the different business books, different business people, like, Data or Mosi, Alex, they all talk about like scaling businesses and everything. What they say is like,
Yep.
need to make the business, right? That's not, so I was like, okay, so the first strategy is let's hire as much people as we can, let's give out equity and then let's make this bigger. That's like the best way to do it. So I started hiring like from day one. First person I actually
Yeah.
tried to hire was an HR intern. My thought was like, since I did not have experience hiring, if I hire someone with a hiring experience, we can expand the team. But then looking at
Right.
it right now, I'm like, that was not a smart strategy because, HR interns would not build out a whole team. Building a team is actually like a very hard thing. It's not like an easy hiring thing, right? So you need to go out
Yeah.
there and
Very.
find the right people. That's like, you can't outsource the hiring part early in the startup space. It's like early stage.
Let's just keep 1 second here because I think your video is kind of freezing up a little bit. But okay, there you go. We're back. But
Okay.
okay. So yeah. So talk about so you didn't hire the HR intern to begin with, and then so
I did choose the person. So
oh you did. That's
yeah,
right. That's right. That's first employee. Right. But it didn't
yeah,
go through. It didn't pan out.
it did not pan out. It did not work out.
Gotcha. So basically, the idea, the execution is just kind of you just been doing. Like, there's no point to kind of sit there and think about the idea. Once you have the idea, you immediately got to just go start it. Even if you don't have any experience, like you said before with the mobile order or the phone shop, no experience, you just went there just to kind of show up is the most
Yeah,
important thing.
I would agree. Showing up like literally fixes up 50% of the things just showing up. Even if you're not
Right.
qualified, you literally so about like showing up.
I couldn't agree more. Perfect. Perfect. So, I mean, we talked about the HR intern and that kind of and what happened there. But let me just wait till you're free video. Okay. So, what was the hardest challenge in getting this Gen-AI consulting company off the ground? What would you say that was the hardest challenge?
Uh, Actually, the hardest one was actually hiring the HR and then like the first employee, like the first person to employ you, right? So to hire her, it wasn't like easy, right? Like we can hire like 5 people in 1 week with high mixed team, right? Like, but then back then to hire her, it took me like 8 weeks because I was like new to it, posting the positions on LinkedIn, interviewing, knowing what to look for. The more you do something, now I can go to like 30 resumes in like 30 minutes right now. Then back then, I would pick up like one posting for like a week or two. And then, like just replying back with the time, just scheduling the interviews, and then like convincing the people to join because we didn't have revenue, right? So convincing people to join the thing, it's an unpaid internship. It's a very small company, so they're a one-person company. Getting like the first person
Yeah.
was like the hardest. Then once you get
Right.
the gist of it, once you do like more and more, we grew like the marketing team grew, right? Like you know it early, right? So I was like, where have you been since you joined? Like, did you join like July?
I joined in July. Yes, and then I believe we had like about 6 people, 5, 6 people. Me and
Yeah,
Eugen joined, and I think including me and her, it was like probably 6 people, 6, 7 people. So very, very young startup. Yeah.
yes. But then how has it changed like 3 times, like in the last 6 months? How was that your view?
We have different teams now. Now I'm growing within my own team now as well. And every team is growing and we're reaching out to people, we're getting clients, we're reaching out to clients where things are moving, we're kind of trying new things, trying crazy things like in our mission statement and yeah, I think it's just really a testament to just showing up.
Just showing up, does literally just showing up works because
Yeah.
like first like scaling it, hiring the first person was the hardest. But now like we can scale teams, scale
Yeah.
we can have like different departments and all. But then back then just
Right.
hiring the first one and then the second one and the third one was literally so hard. It took like a month or two. Like in the first months, like there was like no structure, like the meetings or just even like what we're doing.
Yes.
Like
Yes. Yes.
right, like
Yes.
like we didn't have like consultants, right? Like we didn't have AI consultants.
No, we didn't have any consultants. We kind of have we had a web dev team, and then we had a marketing team, and then we had a sales team.
So we were just
And
basically just marketing, like nothing. Like we didn't have a service to offer or like a product done yet,
yeah,
right? Like we just like started the thing.
we're just doing it, just doing something, right? Committing to something, right?
Yeah.
And no, yeah, it's actually been incredible to see like over the 6, 7 months how much this company's grown.
See, I mean, you're doing an amazing job. It's the team. I think it's the people that literally grow the company. And
Right.
like people like you, people we have on the team are like literally amazing with an amazing energy. Like, you guys are the ones actually growing the thing, right?
Thank you. No, I appreciate that. But yeah, I think it really goes to show like from that question that I first asked, I feel like it literally is just showing up. It's
Yeah.
it's not even doing the thing to begin with, because just showing up to somewhere, even if you have an idea, maybe even going out to like a library, going out to a coffee shop, sitting down there and working on that idea, getting out of the house, kind of like living the life that you want to live in the next 5 years today. Like, how would you, right? Because I bet you envision yourself like how you're going to be in 5 years as a business, as a full business owner, maybe like multiple businesses, and you're just on the go all the time, and that's how I see you, right? I always see you like, whenever our meetings, he's always like you're always at a coffee shop somewhere, you're getting into here, you're plugging in your computer, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think that's also just like manifestation and living through it, and
Yeah.
yeah, No,
And so wait, that's the thing. I do have that issue, but then I do enjoy working in different places. The same thing in the
right,
next 5 years, I think as we have it on the team side, right? The next 5 years, our goal is to be like holding company, like focused on AI application companies. Like we just want to use like our consulting edge right now to focus on creating AI application products, which can evolve to that different companies. Same thing as like
right,
when the internet happened, like AOL, or there were just like the internet as a base layer providers, right? Like AOL was like the first company that came up with the internet, similar to how ChatGPT, OpenAI, how they're creating like the AI models, how NVIDIA is creating like the infrastructure of things. But then the companies that won are the companies that focused on in the internet application side of things, like Microsoft, Amazon, Apple. They're focused on internet application, not like internet layer. But the next genre of AI companies are companies that are focused on AI application. So I
yeah,
mean, OpenAI or Microsoft, they all have like the layer. They build out the infrastructure things, but then
mm,
they'll get the next wave of new companies or just focused on AI application and businesses or in life, and then those companies are like the winners of like the next generation.
right. 'Cause we're in a new age. We're like we have the big giants now. We have all the open AI, the Microsoft, the you name it, right? But then
That's
there's always new because since the field is so new, now is the time, and I do agree that for some small startup in AI to just like provide something better than these big companies. That's what we're trying to do.
that's it.
So
That's,
perfect.
yes, more focused on the AI
So
application.
right, right. So perfect. I think just I do want to ask you is what is something like that people misunderstand about being a young CEO?
So I would say it's mostly like the thing I swear like once I started is it's not easy. I mean I heard this a lot. It might sound like a cliche, but then it's really not easy. Literally, it's very hard. So like at the start, it was so hard. Like emotionally, you're always up and down. You're always questioning yourself each and every second. You're like, am I doing this? What am I doing? You know, that's like there's that question. What am I doing at the start? Sometimes like 1 to 3 months in, you're already like all in. You have to be like way all in on everything. When you start a company, you're like, you know, basically you don't have income, right? But then you have like a full-time job that actually takes way longer hours than like a 9 to 5. So you're working like more than like 10, 12 hours a day or like 14 hours a day. But then you have like no other income on the other side because you're just like working, but you're not making money. But then at the same time, you have to like focus on just the work, just pushing through. Like you have to be like really focused on the vision. Like
Yeah,
there could be like a lot. What I've changed is like they can make a lot more problems in your life, but then you have to literally just be focused on the vision. Like most problems, like
yeah,
time as an entrepreneur, you learn like through time, you don't care about most of the problems. Like things can be exploding. You just become more chill. You're like, okay, anything could
mhm,
happen. You're just okay with it. Like so, I
right.
mean, emotionally you adapt. You become more similar to things breaking or anything going wrong. It's like at this point, if you go wrong, that's how you'd expect it to go. Yeah, always like everything just goes wrong. Like if you're, I heard this say like someone said like starting a company is deciding to run a marathon. Like
Yeah,
you're like so fat, like you're so unfit. Like you start running a marathon. You're trying to be in shape while running a marathon, and you're competing with people who are already like fit and running the marathon, right? Like so we're competing with like companies who are like so big, like so like EY, KPMG, like they've been there for 100 years. They know their thing,
right.
right? Like but then we're like this new small company. We're trying to grow and build ourselves, like build our own processes, but at the same time, we're competing for clients or attention from other people with them. Like they are like competitors, right? So it's sort of like
Yeah,
running a marathon while I'm fit and you're trying to get fit in the marathon. That's like what starting a company is. Literally. Like,
right, right. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I think that just encapsulates everything that I wanted to talk about you know the differences between startups and big companies in AI. Think that's perfect. You know, I also think that I just wanted to I wanted to ask you so what's if it's so let's just say a 20-year-old walks up to you, right, and just wanted to start she said I want to start an AI company. What would the first thing what would you say the first thing
The first thing I would say is the name with it, like literally on the spot, create a LinkedIn page for it, and then for people to build it with you, like start posting positions. Like on the job description, you can describe it. Hey, it's like a new thing, right? I'm trying to build this. Try to find people to build it with. I think that's like a sustainable way of building a business. I mean, I don't hear this a lot, but then anyone comes up and asks me they want to build a company, I would say that's how you can find people to build your company with. Like just go on LinkedIn, post a free job, it's for free. Like it's like an amazing tool if you want to build a business these days. It's like a very big advantage. You can post jobs for free, you can market yourself there, you can post about like things you're working on, you can host live seminars, like webinars. So like just go on LinkedIn and like, create a page and then just start like step one by one, and then through time, like like one person away from like changing your whole business, right? Like you meet like people through like your journey, and then the business grows, and then you really figure it out.
Perfect. I think a lot of people have the, I mean, that step, that LinkedIn step is definitely like a couple steps down for a lot of people. Like a lot of people think that, okay, I need to start a company. Let me first do this and get this done, and then have like this framework and have this thing. No, I think literally, like you said, the first thing you want to do is just like get yourself out there, market, go on social media, because it's such a tool that a lot of
Yes.
people are not using to the full thing. And posting free jobs, like you said, is such an important thing to kind of encapsulate on.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would definitely agree with that. Like this age, we're so lucky. Like imagine if like Amazon or Apple, if they had LinkedIn like the way we do, and if they had like this ability to hire people
Yeah,
around like the US, it would have been like way like,
yeah,
1,000 times bigger right now. Or now it's like, I mean, like
crazy.
a standard business practice to just hire people even before you have nothing. But then for us, it's like it's just the agent time, right? Like you can use like all this tools
Right.
right now, which was not available and it's not like commonly known. But then you can just try it right
Yeah.
out.
To be honest, I couldn't even imagine how people got a job without LinkedIn or without anything else, because that's all that I've been doing. I've been just going on LinkedIn
Same
and
thing.
going on websites and Handshake and all sort of stuff. So it's like, back in the day, it was like what, like the newspaper and that kind of stuff. That's crazy.
Like or interviews to like different states, like just to do like an interview. They would
You would just go to the state and then be like, okay, I need to find a job. And that's it. You just go walk around and go find a job. That's actually like,
guys
yeah,
do an interview.
crazy. Yeah.
Wait,
Considering
like
that
you
no
know
one
what's
saying,
up? You're
yeah, I think like you said, that's a big thing for me that's rubbing off on me is I do feel like, just literally just getting out of the house, getting ready, like putting a little outfit on or something, whatever, just going out
it's
and doing something. It changes everything. It changes what you're doing as well, because you feel like, you're in that space and there's always people around you doing work as well. So you have to kind of, there's no time to just kind of sit there, right? So no, seriously, yeah, seriously, I agree, I agree. And then here's just the last little question here. This is the last one. What would success look like for you personally?
what success looks like for me.
Yeah, for
Uh,
you personally, what does success look like for you personally?
uh, it's sort of like if you have a dream, it could be like at any age or any time. If I achieved that dream, for me, like, that dream was the dream I had when I was 16, right? Building international companies. If I could reach that, that would be successful. But then I wouldn't say it's a complete success. I do value like family time. Try to catch up with my parents every day. For like 10 minutes, 5 minutes a day. I try to like catch up with both friends every week. So for me, success is one, following your heart. You followed your heart, whether like it works out or not. If you gave it, like if you give, if something I think that's like success. But then also give time to
Right.
close friends, family, those two things. And then if you're also doing the gym, like I love the gym a lot. Like being fit is also like another important factor in so those three things, like fitness, following your dreams, and like staying close to your close ones are the way I see success.
Perfect. Love that. I think we'll just end right there. That's the great answer. Yeah, I think we're just gonna end right there. Thank you so much today, Noah, for your time.
Thank you for hosting it. Thank you for the amazing things you're doing already. Even this podcast is literally your own idea. See, it's like people get up.
I think, yeah, thank you, appreciate that, and I appreciate the time spent today. I've learned a lot of new things about you that I did not know about, and I think your story is very inspiring. I think a lot of people will take things from your story and apply it to their own lives. So I'm very excited for that.
Hey, people for your old dreams. They literally just try them off one step at a time.
Love that, love that, love that.
Crazy.
All right, signing out.
Come on.
Okay. Yeah.